Good morning. It's awful early here on the Emerald Princess here in the Gatsby Casino. And I got my craps buddy Steve right here, and we've been playing craps now for a week.
30 hours.
We've been playing 30 hours, and anyhow, just wanted to talk about some things that are real important when you play craps on a cruise ship. And let's call it craps etiquette. I know I've talked that many times. I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy Steve and Nancy, first of all, about the crap shirt here. And anyhow, but we're going to talk in regards to things you do and things you don't do on the craps table. This craps table has been so packed. It's opened up mysteriously every night at about 7:30 instead of 8 o'clock on most Princess cruises. And you cannot even get a spot. But the problem is that the 16 spots that there are, 8 on each side, we have people shimmying, trying to get in, elbowing in, doing this, just jumping in, throwing cash in. So we're gonna let Steve talk and tell basically what to do, what to not to do, and things that have been going on.
Well, once the dice are out, things you don't do are throw your money on the table because you want to buy in. Dice are out. Look at this giant obstacle we have at throwing dice. Happens once an hour. It's a 7 every single time someone does it. The other thing is, once the dice are out, you don't need to keep changing your bets. If you got 5, 6, and 8, and the dice are out, you don't need to add this, then the guy's ready to throw, and then you need to bet the field. Last night, there's probably 6, 7 times that someone put a bet out there and the 7 came in. One guy was one number away from rolling them all, and the guy put his arm out there, dice hit his arm, 7 out.
Yeah, so the table gets pretty ticked off, but what happens is the dealers on this cruise ship, I'm not saying they're bad, but they're very inexperienced, and they have like the rookies out here, and you have a lot of money thrown out on the table. Steve and I are out there $200, $300, $400 sometimes, and the dealers are slow walking the craps table. And you know when it's slow, how many?
We had 24 rolls in the first hour last night. 24. It should be 50 to 60.
And it wasn't the fact that people were rolling a lot, because everybody, Steve has a philosophy that, what is it, 3 or 4 rolls and then you're going to 7 out?
3 to 4. Between the 4th and 6th roll, there seems to be a lot of 7s, so I'll start hopping 7 on those 3 rolls. But we can't get to it, and when there's 2 rolls and they're changing their bet and someone's buying in, it takes 10 minutes to get to the 3rd roll. There's just no momentum at the table. None.
So on a cruise ship, you have to understand that there's a lot of inexperienced people that are just playing for fun, and there's nothing wrong with that, coming and playing craps for fun on a cruise ship. That's fine, but
remember where your bets are.
Yeah, remember where your bets are. There's been certain people on this cruise ship that they've been standing down here, like Steve said, that we're in the middle of a roll and they're changing their bets, they're moving it here, and their hands are and
then they argue with what they have. It slows it up even more.
So a lot of people are livid in regards to when they're fiddle farting around throwing down chips, and all of a sudden the dice are rolled and it hits their chips. It might even hit their hand, like it happened one time last night, and 7'd out. And so people are really ticked off when that happens. So you have to have craps etiquette. You have to have craps etiquette. Then there's this one person that comes in. We call her the Grim Reaper. And it seems like there's a Grim Reaper on every cruise. Every cruise there is, I'm not going to say it's a lady or a man all the time. It seems to be split. This time it's this lady that comes in, and we got a hot roll coming in, and you know the story. She has to buy in with her lunch money. She has $40. I think it was $20 the last time.
$4 or $5 bills.
Yeah, $4 or $5 bills. And the minimums now on table games on Princess are $10. So if you're going to do any kind of thing, and you got $10 place bets, 12, 10, 10, 12, 12, 10, 10. So you're in there at $64 if you're not playing the pass line, and if you're not, and there's all different kinds of strategies we've talked about a million times on my YouTube channel. But the fact is this one lady, it is packed. 16 people, and it's bigger people. It's not little kids standing here, skinny kids. The only one that is a smaller person is my 92-year-old buddy Cy, who is in better shape than any of us, and but he's very skinny. And then, you know, Steve and me were bigger, and then there's a lot of bigger people out there, and most people are taking up 2 spots. Well, this one lady comes every night in the middle of a hot roll and absolutely is tapping everybody on the shoulder. Hey, can I get in here?
She grabbed the stick last night.
Yeah, she grabbed the stick on the stick person and says, I need to get in here. And it's like, then there was one guy standing here, you know, you have 8 on each side, right? There was one guy, I think his nickname is Colonel Sanders, and he decided...
Did I come up with that one?
he decides that he's going to just buy in, he's going to throw $25 chips.
Yeah. No, from the second row.
Yeah.
Get that on the field.
Yeah. He's balcony betting back here, throwing $25 chips on the field. He doesn't have a place because he can't be number 9, and he's just throwing that in, and then he's kind of moving the stick person out of the way, and I'm thinking, I look at him, and you know, I have a lot of patience, but then sometimes I have to give him a really. So the funny thing is so this one lady, the Grim Reaper, she would come in, and she kept, I think Steve was rolling, and he's sitting over there, standing over there, and she's trying to get between us while he's rolling. You need a little extra room when you're throwing dice. And she said, well, look, there's a spot right here. I said, there is no spot right here. Okay, first of all, and I have to get stern because the dealers never say anything.
Because the boss will yell at them.
Yeah, the dealers never say anything about any kind of craps etiquette because they, in my humble opinion, they like confusion and they win when the bad number comes out. But they don't say anything. They want to make everybody happy. But so this one lady's trying to shimmy in, and I said, there's no room here to play. The puck is on. We got a hot roll going on. You're not throwing your $40 in the middle of a roll, period. End of story. So she left. She didn't want to stand next to me. She didn't want to try to get next to me anymore because I guess I was the bad guy. But so then she's trying to get in and everybody else is blocking her out. But it happens every cruise. You're going to find somebody when you have a packed table that has to get in and they just throw off the whole mojo of the table. So what else?
And when that happens, not a bad idea to hop 7 for 1 roll. If everything's slowed down for 3 minutes, people have $14 on the table and can't remember they have a 6 and 8 because the 5 came in, and everyone's pissed off because they feel they got screwed out of $12 or whatever. Throw $1, $3, you can hop Big Red, 1-1-1 and get $16 back, or put 2-2-2 out there and get 32, just to try and get some momentum back because this happens all the time. It's a 7 out. I did it 9 times last night and probably made an extra $150 on people's stupidity. Mark went off 3 times. It was a 7 all 3 times.
Yeah.
I could have pulled off maybe at $500, but it's just shocking when the momentum is killed.
And so when the momentum stops and you have that gut feeling, and you guys that play craps know that you have a feeling that when the 7's coming out, I just look at the person, the dealer or the box person, and I give them a off, and they immediately put my chips off. But I'm not going to throw stones at the Emerald Princess casino staff. I'm just saying that when you have so many people that are players that know what's going on and betting a lot of money, you can't have a training session for the dealers on a heavy night when there's 16 people playing pretty heavy. You gotta train them during the daytime when the casino's not open. So that's the story on that. So anything else you can think of right now, or?
I'm just going to tell you about throwing dice and putting bets down here. If you want to move the phone, I can be area. Are you throwing the dice?
Oh, well, I don't have it. I didn't bring any dice, so.
But you can put the phone here and just aim the phone down this way where to put your bets. You know what I mean?
I'll do one better. I'm going to just do it like this. Hold this. But we're talking about.
You talk. They can't hear me.
Oh, they can. So anyhow, putting your bets down. Let's see here.
If you were throwing from that end of the table and I'm betting down here.
So Steve's going to give a great analogy of what a lot of people do, and it can really.
If someone on the other end of the table is throwing, don't put your pass line bet here, and a field bet here, and a come bet here. All you've done is built a triangle for the dice when they're coming back this way to hit these chips. Put your field over here inside the 3, put your come over here by the O, and put your pass line either be on the 6 or the dice over here. Give them somewhere to land the dice in this area. Doing this is just stupid. Every time the dice hit these things, it seems like it's a 7 and out. And I must have said 20 times to the other end of the table, and literally 2 rolls later, they got it right in the back in the same areas again, and the dice hit it, and they just totally obtuse as to what's going on.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just, we're all here to try to make money and earn free cruises, that's for sure. So, anyhow, let's wrap this up here.
Yeah.
And so, coming from the Emerald Princess, and try to give you some ideas, and as always, everybody, they want to have a good day. So,
Yeah.
let's say, so anyhow, till then, you all have a really good day.